Hey guys, how do we feel about this angle? You're my steering wheel. Well, I hope you can put up with it because this is going to be the angle. Okay, perfect. I don't have a video recorder holder or anything like that. I just prop my camera up and I start talking. So that's how I do. I'm not a fancy YouTuber over here or anything. But anyways, I wanted to talk about something because this is actually a revelation I had the other day for the first time. And it kind of ties into like today's standards and also like insecurities. Pretty much I was okay. Let me talk about how this came up, how this came in my mind. I was at Target the other day. I was in the Target parking lot. I was in my car and I seen this female walking to her car. And usually when I see people, male or female, walking, I don't give them much attention. Like, it's just a person, right? Just like any person would do. Someone's walking past, you don't pay much attention. It's a person. However, when someone passes you and they are obviously very attractive, it's like you might do a double look, right? You might give a double look. And that's what I did because, I saw her and I looked and then I looked away and I was like, wait, she was really attractive. And I look back and I'm like, this woman belongs in a magazine. Okay, this woman looked like everyone's celebrity crush, okay? I don't know who people's celebrity crushes these days, but she just looked like she was drop dead gorgeous, okay? And then it got me thinking because personally, and I'm out a lot, I work in the city, so I'm always getting lunch, I'm always shopping for stuff in the city, I'm out, okay, in a good way. I'm out in a good way. I'm not outside like clubbing or anything. I'm outside in a good way. And so I see people a lot, and I realized that the other day was the first time ever in my life where I had to do a double take and look at someone. I think I've seen one man before, like a year ago, in like a Starbucks, and he was very attractive too, and I had to do a double look, and I almost felt guilty for breathing the same air as this man. And I realized I've never done that to like a stranger in public, like where I was like so astounded by the creation that they are, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're walking around the earth looking like that, like you're perfection, like you must have no problems, you're so perfect. And it is so easy to feel that way when we're on social media and everyone that we see on social media is perfect, and you're automatically like, wow, this person is beyond beautiful, I bet you they have no problems. Like, that's an everyday thing on social media, seeing beautiful people and thinking, wow, like they're beautiful. In real life, it is so much more rare to come across someone, and again, everyone's beautiful in their own way. Come on, we know that everyone's beautiful in their own way. I'm not saying stuff like that. In the end, it comes down to what's inside, of course. But physically, like first glance, it is pretty rare to find someone the type of beautiful where you have to take a double look. You know what I'm saying? And I say that in a good way, of course. In social media, everyone is beautiful. So I feel like social media has almost normalized or like conditioned us to think that we live in a world full of beautiful people, so we feel shitty about ourselves. And excuse my language, by the way, but I feel like we forget that social media, there's a top 1% of beautiful people in the world, right? Like beautiful people in the world. There's a top 1% of them. So yes, they are getting pushed. Social media is pushing them out to the front page of us. We are seeing the 1% of beautiful people. It's not a handful of random sample of just random people in the world. There's no way. It's the top 1% of beautiful people, and it's getting pushed out in our faces, and we're comparing ourselves to these people every day. Go out in public, we won't see that. You don't see that. You walk into the store, it's for the most part regular people, right? No celebrity lookalikes for most of the time. So also, hold on. Sorry, I had a thought and the train kept going, but I was trying to catch up to it. I was going to say, we also have to remember social media people are only posting the best versions of themselves. We're only seeing the best versions of people when they are in their most beautiful state, when they are, a lot of times people are editing their photos and their bodies and their faces and all this stuff. And I feel like we are conditioned so much to see all these fake, and I'm not saying everyone's fake, there are some genuinely beautiful people on the social media, on the internet, and no shame in them. Like, go you, like, you're beautiful, like, life must be right? But we are so conditioned to seeing these people that are, at least our generation, I'm not speaking for any other generation but my own. So if you are not in Generation Z, then this probably doesn't apply to you, because you guys grew up in a time where there wasn't constant social media and comparing and all this stuff. But I feel as for my generation, that's pushed out so much, like these beautiful people, that the standards are pretty impossible to meet as a regular looking average person, that it has raised women's standards and men's standards. Men are looking for women to look a certain way now because every single female on the internet looks a certain way. Women are looking for men to look a certain way because every man that they see on their Instagram is looking a certain way. So then when you go out into the real world and you can't find these type of people, you get stuck and confused. And that's why you resort to finding people on social media, through TikTok, through Instagram, through Tinder, through all these fake stuff, because you can't handle the truth that it is rare to see, like I said, perfect people, perfect looking people. Because social media pushes, and I'm saying this, it's so true, it pushes out the perfect people. That is not what people are like in real life. And most of the time it's angles too, by the way. And also, why are we forgetting that physical appearance is not the most important thing ever? It is all about what's on the inside. And personally for me, I have met attractive men, and when we get talking, I'm climbing up a wall at this point, because I like drive myself insane, because it is so, no offense to these men, you're beautiful, but boring, like no conversation. And it's just, you can tell when people use their looks to attract people or like make relationships, and they don't actually try to put in the effort to put their personality out there. Like, let's do that again. But yeah, anyways, also this applies to anyone who works out as well, and this is coming from experience. I am in the gym 24/7. I'm a gym rat, okay? And sometimes I even have my down days where I'm not in the gym. I don't feel good. I'm not going to the gym today. Because I'm in the gym and I'm constantly looking stuff up about the gym, I'm constantly looking up workouts. My phone, my social media, it knows I work out. So my social media pushes out content of people who work out. So 24/7 I'm scrolling, it's just fit people. Post after post, fit, strong, dedicated, disciplined, women and men. And I'm sitting over here comparing myself to these people like, wow, like people really just be working out and putting in the effort, and then there's me. And for the longest time, I just compare myself to these people, and I'm like, everyone's just like so fit, and I'm just like struggling. And the second I went out to the real world for the first time, and I ever talked about, and outside the gym, talked about working out, it is almost just as rare to, just like it's rare to see a beautiful, drop dead gorgeous person, like I was just saying, it is just as rare to find someone who is disciplined in the gym. Where I work, all my coworkers, not one of them works out like I do. Like with the creatine and cutting and bulking, like they don't understand that. I've talked to many people out in the outside world in big settings. They don't work out like I do. And I'm like, but social media makes me think everyone's ahead of me and everyone's working out at this certain pace and everyone's knows what they're doing. You go out into the real world, it's not like that. Social media is pushing out the 1%, and I feel like it is swallowing us up as a generation and making us compare ourselves to other people, and it's getting exhausting. And so this is going to lead me to the next point. If it were up to me, I would say my next point is everyone delete social media. No, but that's never going to happen. Obviously, that's never going to happen. Our generation just will never be able to delete social media. I personally have been able to do it. And let me tell you, the anxiety that I had when I had social media cannot compare to the anxiety I had without it. The anxiety was almost non-existent when I deleted Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, all of it. I was living, okay? I breezing. But my next point was going to be, we have to be happy with ourselves, and you know, we have to stop comparing ourselves to other people. And I know that is so much easier said than done, but I would so be down to make a YouTube video and talk about how we can do that as a generation, or just as, not, forget the generation, how we can do that as humans, all of us on earth, how we can stop the comparisons and the insecurities, and just being happy with ourselves. Because I am someone who wasn't happy with myself for a long time, and sometimes I still have days where I'm not happy with myself, but I have ways to cope with it. I have ways to remember, wait, I am happy, I am beautiful, I am loved, I am all these good things. I have ways to get myself out of those moods. A lot of people don't, though, have ways to get themselves out of the moods, and then they get stuck into this depression, and it's sad. And I've been in that spot. I have been in that spot 1,000 times, and at the lowest spot you can get, I've been in it, and it took a while to get myself out of that hole, but I'm so glad I did, because now I have experience and I have stories to share. And it honestly makes you so, being so emotionally like immature like that, and then growing from it, you are, I don't want to say you feel like you're better than everyone, because I'm not better than anyone, but I mean emotionally, like mindset wise, I do feel as if I am a little bit more above average than, you know, another person my age, when it comes to viewing the world and the mindset, and having, or sorry, not viewing the mindset, viewing the world and having a certain mindset. I feel like I am a little bit ahead. But again, I couldn't have felt like that without the trauma and the depression and the negativity, the negativity I went through. See, obviously I'm not better than anyone. I don't even know how to pronounce certain words. But yeah, I would love to yap about that as well, because I could yap about that for probably an hour. There's so many chapters of coming out of that deep dark place and finding your true self and finding your spark and your light and all this stuff. I'm not a crazy happy outgoing person because of my zodiac sign, because I'm a Leo. Like, no, it's deeper than that, and I really can't stand people who believe in that stuff. But I'm just kidding. If you believe in that stuff, it's honestly fun. I love reading into the horoscopes and stuff. It's fun and stuff, and like when your birthday's around. But genuinely, that has nothing to do with who you really are as a person, and you truly have to find your happiness and your reason why you're on earth and your purpose here. And it will all make sense one day, but it won't make sense if you're going to sit here stuck, depressed, comparing yourself to other people. And I know it's, like I said, it's easier said than done, which is why I would so make a YouTube video talking about it, and I will. But the moral of this video is me pointing out what we see on social media versus what we see in real life, and how it is a perfect example of the internet being a scam, pretty much. And we're just being kind of like led by the internet, the world. We're not leading ourselves. We're not living our own lives, and it's sad. But there's ways to turn it around. There's ways to turn that around, and I'm so excited to share that, you know, one day with people. So, because I just feel like I learned so much that I shouldn't keep that to myself. Like, I want to help people, you know. It's that makes me feel better, you know. So yeah, I hope this angle doesn't like not push my video out to YouTube, because I know this is like really annoying and it's taking up half the screen. But like I said, I'm no professional when it comes to filming. This is only my 3rd YouTube video, so I just like talking, so I put the camera up like that. But yeah, I have a nail appointment that I'm gonna go get to. I already had a mental breakdown today because I'm a busy girl. I work every single day. I have clients every single day. And today I took off to go to my nail appointment. Very cute set. And I got an email like 15 minutes ago that she canceled it because I didn't put down a $15 deposit. Nobody told me I had to put down a $15 deposit. You had my number, you had my email, you have my name, you have my socials, and you couldn't email or text me, hey babe, let me send that $15 deposit through an app called Cash App. I don't even know. I don't have that app. So I'm a very traditional girl. I was raised by traditional people. I have cash and card. Okay, I don't know what else you want from me, babe. But I cried, had a mental breakdown because I'm like, wow, like I took off today to do this. Like I was like, can I please still come in? Like I'll give you the deposit. Like I'll download the app and figure it out. Like you never told me how to do that. She was like, no. And I'm like, whatever. So I just drove into the city and I found another place. So hopefully they get me right because, girl, I need my lashes done and my nails done. I need everything done. I feel like this is gonna go against the video I just making, but I don't. I feel ugly without my stuff done. I do, but that's just me being annoying. But yeah, so I gotta go do that. So thanks for watching, and I hope you gained something out of this video. I really hope someone gained something out of this video. Bye guys.